There's this video on, well, it was on TikTok, but I saw it on Twitter, that it basically shows this dude like dancing around, okay, and like it looks like I'm going to assume it's in an apartment because that's typically where people pay rent in like apartments. It's basically this dude like dancing around in an apartment, like in an apartment, right? And everywhere it's like trashed. Okay, he basically trashed the place because he was getting evicted, and I'm assuming like right before he's leaving, he trashes the place. Okay, and it was like I said, this was on Twitter, but it was a TikTok, and basically the TikTok said that the dude was like you know dancing around the trash that he made, and it basically goes on to say that he's going to use the most expensive cleaner that he could find, and like it's all going to be good because the person dancing, like, again, the person dancing in the video is the one that's getting evicted. He's the one that's going to have to pay for everything, and if he doesn't, it's going to be on his record forever. And this is what I like. So I try to figure out. I try to see how easy it is, like how easy or difficult it is to like get an eviction notice on you. Okay, now at least where I live, it's pretty easy to like give out an eviction notice. But the main reason for eviction notices is like you just refuse to pay your rent. Okay, now I understand that there are terrible landlords out there that would just like jack up the rent for no real reason other than that they just want more money. I get that, but you have to think about it. You have to think about it like this: if you're so ill-mannered that you're going to trash a place, you're going to trash a place that you picked out, okay? You picked out. Now, from what I understand, like you can't, like, let's say I have a 1 year lease, right? And I'm paying like I'm paying $600 a month for rent, right? To what I understand, you can't just like in this 6 month lease, in this during this 1 year lease, and like 2 months later, you can't just like up the rent like $1,000. Okay, I forgot what I said. I think I said 600. You can't just go from 600 to 1,000. I like that. No, what I didn't see anything that said that you can do that. Okay, that's like friggin' illegal. That's friggin' illegal. You know what I mean? And I looked around. There was nothing that I could find that said that you can do that. So I'm assuming this dude just stopped paying his rent for whatever reason. I don't know. He couldn't afford it anymore. He didn't want to pay. He had like some grudge against like the landlord, like nothing. And so like my question is like why what what gave you the idea? What went on in your head to make you think, okay, this dude is this dude is evicting me because I didn't pay my rent. I'm going to ruin his place. Like what? I would like to know what went on in this person's head. Okay, because like this person like straight up like destroyed, like there was like stains all over the wall, trash all over the floor. Typical like you know. Dang it, I'm running out. Typical like TikTok clips. You know what I mean? And so and look again, I get that there are like terrible landlords out there that would just jack up the price for no other reason and then just to like get money. But just like when was this? Like this week, at the time of me recording this video, like I'm working for this person who like rents out apartments, right? And like there's this woman who lives there, and she just straight up stopped paying rent. Like she like straight up stopped paying rent, and of course like they like gave him multiple chances, like, hey, like you're not paying your rent, like what's going on, like let's work out a deal. I don't want to evict you. Okay, but she just stopped like answering. She just like completely ignored the person that I was working for. And I'm just like, I'm just confused. Like this to me, this seems so easy like to prevent. Like I understand. Like again, I understand that there are people out there who just take advantage of others in form of rents. But like I'm pretty sure like if you talk to these people and explain your situation, like hey, I'm going through difficult times. Do you think you can help me out? Like I'm struggling here. Okay, I'm pretty sure if you talk to them, they'll like cut you a deal. They're like okay, like you know
I will please you now.
I'm pretty sure they'll cut you a deal, and that's pretty much the point I'm trying to make. This dude did not have to ruin that house, okay? Because like I said, again it was a TikTok. The TikTok said that they were going to use the most expensive stuff to like clean up the mess that this person made, and if they don't, and it's going to come out of the person who's getting evicted, like his like he's gonna pay for that, and if he doesn't, like it's going to make his record even worse. Because to what I understand, eviction notices on your record, they like that marks you for life. You know what I mean? Like that example I gave earlier. I'm recording this on a Saturday. They went to court yesterday. Okay, so I don't know the outcome of that. So I have to wait to see. But I seriously doubt that the person getting evicted like won that case. I seriously doubt it. Okay, so like if you're like don't be so like degenerate like to like play victim when it's all your fault. Yeah, and that's something that I've noticed lately, that people just play victim. Like no one ever wants to be at fault when clearly it is your fault. I don't know. I've never understood that, man.